Alright, we should be back up. Alright, so yeah, so we should be back up. I'm starting to see the feed in my dashboard for Twitch. Video stats, 2-second delay. Excellent. Okay, so we should be up and back and rocking. So let me update my stream title to Diet Coke. Let's see. The Diet Coke Zero. Or Diet Coke with vanilla. No. It's Diet Cherry Coke. And Razor's Edge update. There we go. So, well, Coke Zero could be that, but I think Coke Zero I think would be like where I would step back, but it's an improvement. So it could be either Cherry Coke or Coke Zero, but we'll say Coke Zero then. Yeah, the Coke Zero of the Ninja Gaiden series. For those of you who are tuning in right now and going, what in the hell is he talking about on top of Poop Sock as a weapon? I was hanging out in Unwary's stream, and he's a really good, he streams lots of good stuff there, but he also streams Ninja Gaiden Black really well. He does speedruns of that, Ninja Gaiden 2 recently I've seen him do, and Razor's Edge. And one day, he was actually in one of my streams as I was learning to speedrun Ninja Gaiden Sigma, and we came up with like Coke analogies for the entire Ninja Gaiden series, and we all agreed that New Coke is Ninja Gaiden Z. Don't play it, it's terrible. So, the biggest improvement right now for Razor's Edge is a new costume being unlocked. Look! A menu you can read easier. Hey, Morg. Let's hide in Morgaden. Alright, I don't know if I need to install this or not. Yes, I should install. That's going to speed up load times considerably, and load times are long in this game. That's my bad, I should have done this before, so... Yeah, so this game was a much better improvement upon the series. It was basically, there was a lot of feedback from the first game, the one we just saw me play, which was not good at all. A lot of people were upset about fights taking forever, endless waves of it, not having control of your Nimpo, like having to use it to get forward, crappy story. So they did their best to try to remedy the situation. With Nintendo's Wii U launching, it was originally a launch title for the Wii U, and then I want to say about a couple months later, it did come out for the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. I am playing on the PlayStation 3, it's what I have it on, but I've also played on the 360. Lots of improvements were done, but there is a pretty cool glitch in this that I'm going to go for. It's called the Infinite Karma glitch, and I will warn everybody ahead of time when I do it to like turn down the volume, or if you have headphones, take them off, because if you trigger it, it is incredibly loud, and I'll kill the sound when that happens, but it's like I need to hear first when it goes through it and triggers. Wolfenstein, well, I might do like, yeah, I'd have to play the original Wolfenstein. I don't have any of the new ones, so I could do like Wolfenstein 3D, could do Spear Destiny, I think I have that still. But the other addition here, so you have dismemberment now of enemies, fights are harder, fights are much faster, they fix a lot of the slowdown problems from the Wii U, also the original vanilla version. You also have Ayane and Momiji and Kasumi. I forgot she's in this too. Actually, I don't know if Kasumi's in this, I know she's in the Wii U version, as playable characters, and they have their own levels. So the game got expanded on it that way as well. Okay, Kasumi is good. Yeah, I couldn't remember if she was originally like a Wii U thing or not. So, more characters, more levels. You have more weapons now. You can level up your weapons, techniques, unlock costumes. They basically made it closer to the previous Ninja Gaiden games as best they could with what they were working with. So, yeah, Ninja Trials as well came back. They cut out the beginning part of the game where you kill the final boss at the start of the game, which is bizarre. And trimmed up the storyline. Yeah, installing jiggle physics, most likely. I think that's probably taking up most of the installation base right now. Chapter challenges, yeah, this, like I said, this game expands upon greatly. I still call it a polished turd because it's still not as good, but it is much better. Pardon me. When you compare it to what I just played, the original vanilla version, it is a huge upgrade. Like, Ninja Gaiden Sigma was a pretty decent upgrade of Black, which is in itself a pretty decent upgrade. It was Ninja Gaiden, and they did the Hurricane Packs 1 and 2, and then they took those balance changes from those 2 packs, kind of got rid of the instant parry move. Like, if you blocked at just the right time, the screen would flash, get like a mini parry type deal, or a counter move. That got taken out, but then you had Ninja Gaiden Black, pretty much based off those 2 Hurricane Packs. Then they made Sigma with upgraded graphics, and 1 or 2 extra levels, and you got to play as my favorite hooker made of gold, with a heart of gold, and runs around in latex. Rachel with the wonkiest run animation ever. So that was the addition for Sigma, which is not bad. Then you have Sigma 2, which I have a love-hate relationship, because they improved upon the Xbox 360 game, but then they lost things at the same time. So you have all the fast action, but it's censored. So it's harder to tell, pardon me, at points when you kill bad guys because you don't see limbs flying off, which is more of a visual indicator in the 360 version. Also, it's served to mark where you've been, like bodies disappear in PS3 version. So if you're running around in the Xbox 360 version in Ninja Gaiden 2 when you stumble across a pile of dead bodies, it means you've been there, turn around, go back. It's a visual marker. Another improvement that they also did for Sigma 2 was they gave you infinite bow and arrows, but they reduced the power by default, so you can't do an ultimate technique with it. And they also cut down a lot of the projectile spam, because all the ninjas are constantly freaking throwing shurikens and exploding shurikens at you on the 360 version. That got toned way down. Something that did get taken out, however, is on the 360 version, in a couple spots, you'd have a lot of enemies on the screen at once, and the system could not take it. It was just too much for the RAM, the processor to handle. The game would start to slow down, and gameplay is tied to frame rate, so you'd just be playing in slow motion for a couple spots. So the PS3 version, in order to solve that problem, took out enemies. They basically reduced the amount of enemies that you fight at once, and for duration. So, and you also had like screen tearing as well, which is kind of weird to see. So I would love to see a remastered version of Ninja Gaiden 2 Sigma. Take all the best aspects from the 360 version and the PS3 version, combine them together, make it the ultimate. I'm usually against remasters, especially if it's like from the previous generation. Like, especially when the PS4 started off, it was like, hey, we're going to take all these games from you just bought like 1-2 years ago, and we're remastering them to play on the PS4. It's like, there's no need to do this. If it's like PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games, fine, I'm all for that. But if it's like the game came out 2 years ago, you shouldn't be remastering it. That's my opinion, at least, as a grumpy old man on the internet. Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 is a great way to remaster or reinvent the game. I mean, we're talking about like a 20-year-old game at that point. Well, that's the thing, too, is like, the Switch is... I don't own really any games for Switch outside of Bayonetta 2 and Bayonetta 1, but the Switch mostly just seems to be a Wii U port, because Nintendo's like, hey, people are actually buying the Switch, which is an improved version of the Wii U, let's just face the facts. But... crap, I need to back up, double check my stuff there, but I mean, they're just like porting a ton of Wii U games now directly over. Like, they're not even trying to hide it, like, hey, here's literally a Wii U game we didn't buy last time, now you'll buy it because people like the Switch. Controller settings, vibration off, good. Game settings, subtitles, excellent. Normal. Alright, so I can either go as Freaky Man or Normal Man. So we'll go with normal. Import data, start new game. Okay, sure, why not? I'm not sure what that's doing exactly, if it's carrying over my data from when I beat the game or not. We'll find out real quick. So notice no opening screen where you have to do a quick time event to kill somebody and then beat the final boss. That's gone. Are the NES Ninja Gaiden games canon here? Technically, yes, because that was actually Ryu Hayabusa's father. They've established.
Be careful, Hayabusa.
So you're the son of the guy from the Nintendo ones going through in these game series. So technically, yes, they're canon. Look at that dismemberment. It's beautiful. Okay, so it does start you off with the dual katanas and the Falcon's Talons. Actually, I think it's giving me... No. It's actually giving me things I'm not supposed to have right now. Let's try off with a straight off, no improvements, brand new game here. Because I think it imported stuff from my previous save file, so let's not do that. Right, new game. Normal. No. Well, that's I can't remember what it is. It's either trying to see my completed, like, from either saved file or what, I'm not sure, but I don't know. Let's just find out. We're going to find out either way. Either way, we'll know. Ooh, that's a good one, Mr. Tech. Or yeah, I'm extra tech.
Be careful, Hayabusa.
Well, guess what? You said it here first. I say it's now yours. I bequeath upon you as random internet weirdo playing a violent game. Your quote. Yeah, he's dead again. Okay, so yeah, I just have the Dragon Sword now and Inferno. Cool. Whee. Against the ninja. Yeah, they're also a lot more vulgar too. You're gonna hear a lot more F-bombs. So, you may have noticed the bad guys, like, their weapons will glow red. And what that is that's the new bone on sword technique. Instead of having this weird, you know, like, quick time events stop you in the middle of your fights, it's now a parry move. So basically, like, if you see them charge that attack, dodge out of the way and hit them, counter them with the strong attack, and you'll do a quick kill on them. And you can actually chain that to multiple people who are around you. So that was a different thing here. That was one of the multiple changes. So sometimes you can beat it out. Oops. But, you know, doing it successfully and not getting kicked. Also, obliteration techniques, yeah! So check this out now. Oh yeah, buddy, it's back. Ah, crap, couldn't do it. I'll get the timing. I usually have problems, like, if I haven't played this in a while, trying to nail it right off the bat. But no, so, like, I'm actually taking more damage. And ultimate techniques are back. Huzzah! There we go. Yeah, so a lot faster, a lot more violent. You have counters, you have ultimate techniques again, and most notably, not a single guy here in a bad accent trying to make you not kill him. He's gone. He's in hell where he belongs.
Wait, something's there.
I wonder why I'm getting these trophies when I've done this all before.
They're after you. Find someplace to hide. Hayabusa, get out of there.
Take it off the wall.
Valley nearby. Hurry.
Alright, so
Looks like you got rid of it.
notice I'm not stopping to talk to her. The game's not slowing me down.
Dead end.
Here's the
You have to find
optional
another route.
wall climb if I want to, but they put a scaffolding here instead, so I can just do this and speed it up.
Nice work, Ninja.
Much better. Okay, so I think now I go Predator. It's either here or...
No sign of target yet. Roger that. Keep looking.
Yep, look. Suddenly I'm Predator. I'm Jean-Claude Van Damme. Who, if you did not know for some reason, was the original Predator. Literally, a writer's actor strike, whatever it was at the time, saved the Predator, because that movie was going to be god-awful before that happened. Okay, so it tells you to cast your Nimpo. You don't have to, but we're just gonna do it for fun. Look, no more dragon. Dragon is gone. No more people surrendering to you. Oh, just outside my range.
Commencing operation.
Really? What they doing on ground? Yeah, I wish. I don't know, I do have short, stubby arms. Maybe that is correct. And save point out of nowhere. Notice I'm not getting, like, wave after wave after wave of people coming at me now. We're done. Much faster. Change your weapon. Alright there. And we're good. Okay, perfect. Glad we did that. Pardon me. Oh, I was trying to get him back, couldn't get it. Come on. Who wants to do it? There we go. Like I said, sometimes you can bait it out and just pick out a whole bunch of people. This lone guy's like, totally, I got it. I've seen him just murder like 20 of our guys. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. Who said that? That doesn't matter. Shooting missiles.
We'll disorient your enemies from the helicopter. Deal with them while they're out of it.
Look, the game's not slowing down as much.
We're out. Now it's up to you.
I don't think the Firewheel 1 actually made it into this, but it was in like Ninja Gaiden 2 and 1. Well, the newer versions, I should say. Alright, let's see what this one is. Play turnover. It's from 2004. It must have been when Penny Arcade was actually good and was actually talking about things that people understood. Yeah, that is literally... I know exactly where that is in Ninja Gaiden as well. That's like literally the first panel turning room before you get to the... closer to the final boss of... Well, the boss of the first level, I should say. Which always cracked me up because... It turns out Mirai is your uncle, and you're going there for a friendly chat just to say, hey, how's it going? You know, how are things with your ninja clan? Everything's going good? Great. By the way, on my way here, I murdered like 100 of your guys. I hope that's not a problem. It's like, you knew he was coming over. You told your guys to kill him, and he slaughters like your entire clan. What? The ninja world is a very, very confusing place. Their Christmases have to be amazing, though.
This smoke should be covered with sensors.
Okay, here I come. I'm gonna become a predator again.
Rocket launcher's hot. Can't find him anywhere.
No surprise. You know, like last time I got ambushed here magically by some guy. Not this time. I still have to be very careful though with this crappy controller.
Where are you, ninja?
You better not be ropping or in to sue us.
Where are you?
Yeah, to everybody in my Euro friends who just heard that terrible, terrible accent, I apologize, but not really.
Anybody see anything?
I'm not taking it back.
Nothing here. He's got to be over by you.
Hey, you guys didn't know where I was. Shut up.
Where'd he go?
Blimey!
Lost visual.
I said the problem is it's like I have this terrible, terrible third-party controller which has massive dead zones. Which actually became a huge problem when I was playing Metal Gear Solid 4 because you have to aim accurately at certain points in that game. It's like, okay, I can't aim for crap right now.
He's got to be over by you.
No way, he just keeps killing us on the fog, eh?
Hey!
Getting thermal readings from inside the smoke.
Oh look, it's our favorite guy, Smoky Man. He's actually harder in this. So he's moving much faster. It's actually harder to catch up to. You still have those mini quick time events things, but they're pretty much only for like bosses like this. Come on, dude.
I can't believe it's still moving.
Had to get away. Chapter eats the legs. Crap, don't want to be there.
The generator's exposed. Take it out.
Yay! Hey, cool guys don't look at explosions. What is he doing turning around?
Amazing. Such power.
And save point now. Cat's like,
Roger.
see where you should go. Do you think I should probably go during the one place I can go right now that I'm not guarded in by? I mean, that's closed off, everything here, and I'm just lost. We'll do a game grumps. I don't know where to go. This game sucks. Yeah, I know I'm real relevant doing like a game grumps thing, but whatever. This game sucks. It doesn't tell me where to go. I can't figure it out. This game's impossible. Doink.
Objective update. Fuck you!
How's that working out for you, buddy? Oh, come on. So I tried to bait it out and kind of trap me. This game does have like a minor targeting problem, where it's like you want to go attack somebody and it just goes the wrong direction. Anyone? Anyone to go for it? Oh, come on, games. Like, I was holding over towards the guy there and didn't give it to me? What in the world's going on? Alright, enough trying to bait it out, so... Even though I'm a master baiter... Wait a minute, that didn't come out right. That didn't come out right. Anybody? There we go. Now this fight is a lot longer, I've noticed. Like, there's a lot more spawning people coming in here, but... Oh well. Pretty much, gotta kill him fast.
Watch out, they're on the roof.
He still sucks, you still gotta dodge it, move out of the way. So not all the climbing stuff was removed, but most of them were. Pardon me. So now you can see over here is like, oh, we're now in the worst Indiana Jones movie of all time. There's a crystal skull.
Ninja! Kill him!
There we go. So now you can go over here, you can enter wonderful little challenge skulls. Land of the Dead. Seek undying combat. Challenge a skull to strengthen your conviction. I suck at these, so... This part here is from Ninja Gaiden 2. Okay, there's somebody shooting rockets somewhere. It's over here. Okay, so I do have Nimpo, but I have like very small life right now, but if you use Nimpo and hit people with it, then you can recover some of your life, so you want to hold on to it. Ninja dogs suck. I hate them the most. They're like my worst enemies. They can just like combo you real quick, they're fast, they're hard to hit. Not a fan of ninja dogs, or at least these are not really ninja dogs, but I mean the ones from like Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 suck. Sorry, Benji. Yeah, remember the Benji movies? I don't. I remember like some like weird small little dog running around and some girl gets kidnapped and the dog has to save her. The 80s were a weird time. Quick kills. Alright, cool. So now I think I fight Doku, who is like the boss, one of the bosses in the first game. Yep. How you doing, buddy? It's like I could not get out of the way and lock me in place. Nice to see he still hits like a truck. I said, I always suck at trying to kill him, but oh well. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And if you lose, you're just back in reality and no one cares anymore. So there's no real penalty for failing it. You've just wasted a lot of time, that's all. And I'm glad to waste all yours making you watch me fail that wonderful
Do you know the
test.
hostages are being held?
No, we can't monitor anything inside the residence.
Oh,
Watch
where's
yourself,
the
Hayabusa.
surprise attack? I'm disappointed. Oh. And that was my chance to try to pull off the glitch, and I screwed it up. Crap.
Damn.
Hayabusa, what's wrong?
There's blood.
There's actually another chance coming up pretty soon, but...
Are the hostages already?
I'm going on.
Spanish Inquisition out of nowhere! I'm not sure where these guys are coming from, because it's a very small room. like trying to get this all on the carpet. I hope you scotch guarded. Holy crap. I think you still get an ambush right here.
The executive office is up.
You're finished.
Yep. Alright. Everybody watch your ears. So this is going to be super tricky to do. I don't know if it's going to work for me right now or not, but I'm going to attempt to do it. So what you do is you slowly walk towards the scarabs on the ground. And you want to go through and start jamming on the start button. If you hit it just right, if you pause it just as you touch it, you'll hear very, very loudly this like kind of like, it's hard to describe. It's a very loud sound that keeps going over and over and over again. So I would suggest everybody who's wearing headphones take them off for a moment. If I trigger it, I will turn off the sound. So just let you know, it's not going to last for a second, but like I said, I just don't want anybody's eardrums to get blown completely because of me. But that's what's going on here, so I'm going to try to do this real quick. You need to slowly walk towards it, and I'm not on the best controller to do that at all. Alright, crap, let's try to see if I can get this. I'm not lined up for it. This is... It's really tough with this stupid, crappy controller. That's... Actually, it's start. You can do it either way. Start or select, it doesn't matter. Well, I was doing it to my friend, Furry Pursuer. We're testing both. Crap, didn't get it. Yeah, we tested it both ways on multiple systems. He did it on his 360, I did it on the PS3 and the Wii U. And we tested it, you can do start or you can do select, it doesn't matter. Although I think right now, because I don't have it like select, yeah, select just pulls this up, but it's not going to really change anything at all. So I forgot I have this. You can actually upgrade your stuff right now. Like I can do counterattacks. Let's do that. Let's do level 2. Sounds good. So now I have a lunar staff. Which is strong but kind of slow. And once again, if you can make somebody explode by hitting them with a stick, and you see this, run the opposite direction. Don't think I can take this guy. It's not going to end well for you.
Please, don't kill me.
Alright, here we go. So now the boss is going to actually have a life bar, which is kind of interesting. We've already seen this before. What do you do?
Come, Ryu Hayabusa.
Yeah, so you can change camera. Right now it's locked onto him. Or you can go free mode, which is what it's like before, so... Come, come, my baby. Come, come, my lady. You're my butterfly, sugar, baby. My brother actually bought that album, and I've never let him down for the entire time for saying that, for buying it.
Now the curtain rises on the second act.
Yeah, you buy a Crazy Town album, there's like... That's like worse than Limp Bizkit, I'm sorry. That's like a cry for help. Really? I really don't know why they're using like lighting cones either. It's always been the biggest mystery to me. I mean, it's like, maybe they're like laid off TSA workers, I don't know. It would make sense that way. I mean, it's like, we don't have actual weapons, don't worry. He thinks it's lightsabers. Yeah, this game will sometimes also kick your butt, so... And to make things worse, because this fight is actually harder than the other version. But, yeah, if you die again, it's like, hey, you want to try it in easy mode? Are you sure?
Now the curtain rises on the second act.
And sometimes he'll, like, actually break through your attacks. There we go. Just had to play it slightly smarter. Yeah, so, you know what happens.
Hayabusa!
I'm fine.
You saw it earlier.
Listen, radar has picked up a missile incoming. 1 minute to impact.
Where do I go?
You need to get out of there.
So I want to see if there's a cutscene with the bad guys of the game taunting you. We'll see. Like, you're like, oh, it's begun the end of the world. We'll see if that happens or not.
Hurry up or you won't make it.
I'm sure I made it, lady.
Hayabusa!
Huh?
Oh, okay, they are here.
Disappointing. I had hoped the mighty dragon.
Oh, sorry, Jay. So basically, the guy casts a spell on you because magic is a thing, and why not with everything else that goes on in this game, where you absorb the dragon sword into your arm, and you can feel the anguish and sorrow from everybody that you've killed with the sword, and it's going to kill you in like 7 days. And you have to try to find a cure or stop the bad guy from doing it in 7 days, or else you die. And occasionally you'll get pulled into this weird alternate reality where you have to kill people to get your life back. It's a weird gimmick they decided to put into it. Alright, next. Yeah, it's like, okay, that was a thing that happened. Makes perfectly sense, exactly. I'm glad you and I are on the same page here. Yeah, so last time I played this was November 23rd, 2016. Yeah, so what you have to do though is you have to make sure that you like break into an embassy, hire a lot of low-rate thugs, a spider tank or two for them to destroy, then get stabbed in the gut. This is also an improvement over vanilla. The story, telling you exactly what happened. You escape to London, and now with Mizuki McCloud of the Star Fox Clouds, a pilot from there is handed the abandoned city, and also you can see what your record is, like what your time, completion.
Call from HQ. Transmission source has been identified.
It loads faster. Alright. Once again, guard your ears if I land this correctly. We'll see. If I don't, I'm going to reload and try again. No, I had it for a second, son of a... Okay, but you can see how fast that went there? Look how many times it keeps giving me points. It actually worked, but they threw me out of it. But look, from just that brief second, how many points I got. So, I am now over 488,000 in points. I'm going to actually reload, but that's what the glitch is like. That's the sound you're going to hear as long as you let the glitch go. So, here's the thing, is that these points do not carry over to other characters. So if you play as Ayane or Momiji or Kasumi, who's actually not in the story, but you can play with her completely separately, you have to do this trick for every character to get all the points. So I'm going to reload, we're going to try it again, and hopefully I can do it again. And this time, not hit the stupid button to get out of it. Fingers crossed. Let's see. That was 9 o'clock. 9:13. Okay, so my PlayStation is not set correctly for the time for daylight saving, so... Yeah, this is actually a glitch, Jay, that works on all versions of this game, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and Wii U. It's an infinite karma glitch. What it is it's really tricky to do. It doesn't always work. Is the moment that you touch the scarab, either golden scarab or the karma scarab, whatever the blue one's here, you hit start. If you hit it on the same frame that it touches, you hear that sound, and it keeps replicating over and over and over. It just keeps giving you 5,000 points repeatedly. Like I said, you saw me do it for about 2 seconds, and it gave me 480,000 points. So if you let it sit for like, I think I've done it before, for a minute, you get like 20 million points for a minute. So it gets pretty crazy. Yeah, it's kind of tricky to do. It's not a guaranteed trick. That's the problem with it. It's not like you can do it, always land it consistently. I actually made a tutorial video, brief tutorial video on how to do it about 2 years ago, and it was actually my 4th attempt at it when I finally landed it for the video. So you never know.
Hayabusa, urgent call from HQ. Transmission source.
So all we're missing here story-wise is she's like, hey, this is a secret, top secret city that nobody knows about, but people apparently know about because there's a big giant tower and stuff here, and you need to go here and fight people, and you don't have any weapons for some reason. Alright, so once again, watch your ears. Pray I don't screw this up again. Okay, slow down, Ryu. No! Messed it up. I can't believe I nailed it the first time and then... Ugh, because I was getting ready to jam on it, but as soon as you hear that, fingers off. Oh, ticked. But as you can see, I've killed 165 people. 88% of them somehow survived or are dead now. In 20 minutes, I've murdered 165 people. Let that sink in. I am the most efficient mass murderer in history.
Hayabusa, urgent call from HQ. Transmission source has been identified.
And the only weapon I have on me right now is a bow and arrow. That's it. I somehow decided to go into combat without a backup sword of any type. So that's why Ayane shows up to give me one. Alright. Oh, this is gonna haunt me. I know it. Yeah, Quantum of Solace. It wasn't too bad. Like, if you look at Quantum of Solace by itself, it's not that good of a movie, but if you go into it directly from Casino Royale, it ties in. But what really drove me nuts about it, and what I don't like about Quantum of Solace, shaky cam. Shaky cam is the worst thing to ever come into cinema. If you don't know how to film action scenes, if you don't feel like taking the time to train your actors in how to do, you know, action scenes at all, you shake the camera like you're in the middle of an earthquake and you have some kind of neurological disease. Or you're filming a fight to put up on World Star Hip Hop. It's like, you just start shaking like crazy, and then like that fills in so that way you don't have to do actual stunt work or choreography or anything like that, and you can't tell what the hell's going on. The worst offender for me in that is the James Bourne, or yeah, the Bourne movies. Because they do it non-stop. Oh, this is gonna... I swear, this is gonna be the death of me. You've tuned into my stream, this is gonna be like 20 minutes of me trying to do this now. How was Orzel's stream? Well, he had a lot of crazy ideas. He played a terrible game and a slightly better terrible game, and talked about a shaky cam, his hatred for it, and then spent 20 minutes trying to get a glitch to work. Unfollow. No, my usual typical Twitch streams are like, I have something go horribly wrong, like technical-wise, like, okay, let's play, and then like my PlayStation 3 explodes into flames. That's usually what happens to me, is like I get some kind of technical problem usually. Yeah, 10 out of 10 would watch me like have my PlayStation 3 explode into flames. Well, that's close. Actually, it's something that started up tonight, and I'm going to go, ugh. When I tried to eject out Ninja Gaiden 3, which you think that the PlayStation 3 would be willing to spit out like crazy, like get this thing out of me, is a couple months ago, my eject button, I have like the last backwards compatible fat model of the PlayStation 3, and the eject stopped kind of working on it. Like, you hit the eject button, maybe 1 out of 10 presses would actually eject the game. You could hear it click like it's trying to push it out the game, but then it'd keep it in there. And it started doing that again last night, or actually right now, tonight. So it's an easy fix, but you got to take apart the PlayStation 3 to get to it. Unfortunately, it's like there's a loose cable somehow. I guess I'm gonna have to hot glue it or tape it to make sure it stays in. Oh my god. Why? Yeah, it just doesn't start ejecting the disc. Like, it's an easy fix. It really is. Like, when I popped it open a couple months ago, I mean, gave it a thorough cleaning, and I'd actually like to do more, but I don't have any thermal paste on hand because I like to go through and actually clean out the bottom fan, replace it with a Japanese fan. Which actually has more blades to it, so you don't have any problems with it overheating. The system runs cooler and quieter as well. But I don't have any thermal paste because you got to break the thermal paste hold on like a heatsink to get to it. So I think to replace it for it, and that just burn out my PS3. But there's actually just like a small little ribbon cable that actually holds on together the connection for ejecting out your disc consistently. And if that comes loose, then it causes this problem. Yeah, people are gonna like watch, like, somehow I apologize to everybody who's watching this. I don't have OCD, I swear. I'm just trying to make this more interesting by unlocking everything at once. Yes, drop the L and you have my stream, the worst stream. No, the worst stream would be me like, you know, yelling about like, oh god, this game sucks. Well, it kind of does, but you know, it's the game's fault, and you know, it's terrible, and the morgue is the worst person ever on the planet, and he's the reason why I'm breaking up with your mother, and you know, it's like, that would be annoying. I've seen far worse streams out there. There we go. There, okay. To save everybody's eardrums, you shouldn't be hearing the stream anymore right now. I've muted it, muted in the feed. Yeah, so, in the meantime, actually, no, I can't even do this here. I don't think this is gonna work. Nope, everything's muted, so I can't play music because it's kicking into... Yeah, it sounds kind of like an MRI almost. Except for, like, MRIs are a little more musical. No, I'm only gonna let it run through for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes at the most. So, but yeah, it's kind of like an MRI machine almost, but like, I found like MRI machines to be more rhythmical to it, like to their patterns, and kind of like more jackhammer-ish. Yep, so right now, as you saw, like, the first time I landed it, and like took me another 10 minutes to do it again, it's like, it can go all over the place, and just let this literally sit for like about 1 minute or 2, and I'm gonna let it sit for about 2 minutes. So right now it's 10:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let it sit to 26. But yeah, it's like MRIs are just, ugh. It's not the worst ride in the hospital by far. I've been in the MRI machine too many times in the past. Actually, I've had like about 10 MRIs in the past 2 years. But I will tell you one thing for sure. Having lost weight, that it is a lot easier to have an MRI now that I'm not over 400 pounds. It's like, wow, there's actually room in these things, and I'm not scraping up against everything and like super claustrophobic. Like, this is kind of cool. It's like before, they used to look at me like go wobbling into the room, and they're like, oh, we better get the Crisco out and rub him down. He's not getting in that damn tube like that. Pretty sure you're also not supposed to like have to like run and take a diving leap into the MRI machine either, but yeah, that's pretty much what they almost had to do to get me into the thing. Well, here's the thing, Tech. I had weight loss surgery about 5 years ago, So, which is by and far away is very useful. It's not like it's not like magic switch. Like, congratulations, like you were instantly gonna lose weight. You never have to work at this again. You still have to diet and exercise and do all the other things. It's a good tool, but yeah, I used to be over 400 pounds and I'm down to 278 right now. Like my set weight, like when my body stopped losing weight, was 250 pounds, and I'm fine with that. I actually look pretty good. All right, so here we go. I'm going to turn back the audio. We're going to jump out of this. So here we go. All right, so just watch the silver scarab just keep coming up forever and ever and ever. I can't remember if you jump into the select screen, if it interrupts this or not. So I'm just going to let the silver scarab 5,000 points finish. There we go. Okay, perfect. So how many points do I have now? Let's see, I have 49, almost 50 million points in 2 minutes. Pretty dang good. So now I can buy pretty much everything in the game right now. Level 2, that's fine. We'll do Flying Swallow. We'll learn that skill. Let's do the Wind Path. Why not? I feel like a big spender today. Meditation. That's nice. Yeah. I can technically do that, but the odds of me going to jail and you going to jail would be extremely high. It'd be like Office Space, but not as funny and not ending with a guy named Milton burning the place down over a stapler. Alright, so I got Falcon's Talons, I have dual katanas now, which I never use, but we're gonna buy them anyway, because why not? Better staff, buy better Nimpo, we're gonna learn some skills. So I can change my costume. Ooh, I look like a ninja. That'd be great. Yeah, if only that'd be perfect. Like, okay, listen, I have direct deposit on my bank account, so I need to let me know when that happens so I can hit the start button immediately as it hits. It's gotta be frame perfect, 1/60th of a second, and we're gonna let it sit for at least 2, maybe 3 minutes. If we're gonna be generous, we'll give it 10. It's all be good. All right, so I'm not really a fan of that costume. Realize Nightmare, sure. Let's put in some Nightmare fuel. Oh, I am beautiful. Yes, I would definitely leave my kids with this babysitter. Ooh, press X to not die would definitely work well in that game. That would definitely do that. Alright, change back to this. So I've unlocked these other weapons. Okay, I still can't access them right now until...
They saw you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. They have to see me in order to progress the plot.
What's that sound?
These guys do take a lot more arrow hits, though, to kill. Run them down on our useless, slow-moving hover sleds. Pardon me. Then Ayane shows up. Oh, wait a minute, you've done the infinite karma glitch. You really don't need me here. Bye.
Mr. Ryu.
Ayane?
Hayate asked me to come.
Jinran Maru. Word gets around fast.
Make sure you bring it back in one piece.
And make sure to use one of those Clorox wipes because it looks like you have like a very infected arm.
Tell Hayate I said thanks.
You should have someone in the village take a look at that arm.
I will. Soon. There's something I need to finish first.
Take care.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
How did you know about
Twitch
this
is,
place?
well, here's the thing with
It's
Twitch, though.
classified,
One of the things
top
I've
secret.
discovered is that
Ninja
it can also entirely depend on which server you're connecting to, because there's multiple servers wherever you are. And you can connect up to one. You could be real close to one, and it'll connect to something farther away, which could be having problems and start buffering and cause all sorts of weird crap happening. So you can sometimes hit that when you stream. It's not usually much of a problem anymore, but sometimes when you're watching, it's a real drag. Oh, that's some frame drops. Not OBS frame drops, just inside the game drop. Alright, so I have Dragon Sword. I have new and improved staff with like Duplo little things. I'm trying to remember, it was kind of like Legos almost. You could add in different things, like to the end connectors. It kind of reminds me of. Alright, and we're gonna go back to dual katanas. What's this? I think I should have a 360 spin. Yeah, that's good for bosses. Holy frame drops, Batman. Alright.
You're mine.
Really?
You're cut off.
Oh, don't worry, I cut off his arm. It's all good. I got even. Okay, let's have some fun here. Should be able to do Izuna drop now. Five. How about blow me to Reese's Pieces? That's even tastier. That's a tastier disaster for me. Alright, what are the dual swords like? Let's try that. So how am I supposed to unlock weapons the correct way? Which is basically play the game, kill people, earn points slowly. You unlock stuff through time, basically, and basically being really good at the game. Like, you'll see, like, I'm getting, like, a karma score, and, like, defeating people will raise it up, and you'll get more points, basically, that way. So that's what you're supposed to do. Dude, Reese's Pieces. I have eaten my entire body weight in Reese's Pieces several times over. I've seen me do it. They are my crack addiction. I love it. Oh look, another scarab. I should totally do that trick again. Actually, this would have been a better part to do it at if I had remembered that this was here. Can I do it? Oh, okay. It doesn't matter anyway. That was a Bayonetta reference? What? LPs? Say unlock weapons of Karma 2, you think pick up half an LP collected future. No, actually I completely missed over that comment. Oops. Sorry. Was not intentional. No diss. Look at petroleum because nerd. Well that is a good thing. I mean, you're thinking that way. Think outside the box. I love this weapon just because simply get to go Wolverine. Yeah, Zuna drop. I love that. Oh yeah, baby. Per beam.
Can you get over there?
I'm pretty sure I can, lady.
I keep forgetting you're a ninja.
Really? Really? That's the one thing you keep forgetting? By the way, if you're trying to surprise somebody, you probably shouldn't yell "gotcha" from like 100 feet away. That kind of ruins the surprise. And oh no, I fall down here and triggered a fight. The Zuna drop is basically light attack into heavy, and then finish up with a couple of hits in the air. So it's like light, heavy, light, 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 heavy. Which is not too hard of a sequence to hit, and it's literally an instant kill for almost every bad guy you fight. Alright, so let's try staff again. It's slower, but it's strong. It's fun. It can be fun. Level 3 staff is incredible. Right now, I'm just getting my butt kicked. Not as incredible. Here we go. Where should I go? If only the game would tell me where I need to head to. Or how to climb it. So we'll do the Game Grumps thing. It's not working. Game sucks. Penis.
Here we go.
Hopefully we can't hear anybody loudly climbing up the side of this wall. It's Atlanta. They always have some kind of event going on. If you can find a cheap hotel in Atlanta, you're probably not in Atlanta.
Got it. Fencing operation.
I'd like to target the people up here, please. Like, you know, the guys who are shooting the arrows. Thank you, or the bombs. Okay, why are you not getting caught out? There we go. Woo! Yeah, these guys kind of suck because they tend to fall out of your Zuna drop techniques. I don't know what it is, but like no one's getting caught into it now. apparently these are special missiles because they're not hitting their bad guys. I mean, that is amazing technology. If you can develop a smart missile that can blow up and hurt your enemies but not your allies, that would be impressive. No, these aren't ninjas. These are just people who like wearing hot clothes in the middle of the Saudi Arabia, Sudan, somewhere. Someplace you don't want to be right now because there's a ninja murdering everybody. And they all have British accents. Really bad British accents. Like almost Cockney levels. Right now I need to play better and stop screwing around. Okay, so why do they not go, when you brutally kill two of them, run away, or surrender when I use my Nimpo? That's the biggest thing, too. Or tell us about that they have a kid at home, they shouldn't take him this job. So that way I can start to cut into them, and then just have it sit there and keep sawing away at him like a maniac and waiting for me to hit the right button to kill him. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't keep that in this game. I mean, missed opportunities, if you ask me. I have no idea what's going on, but the game's trying to load. Okay, now that was a thing that happened. Oh god. Okay, these guys suck. There's no way around it. They just suck. Oh, I thought it was going to trigger the fight with the alchemists right now. Or, I think they're alchemists, what they're called. I guess it's up top. I thought it was right down here. What really kind of like annoys me recently is when people are like, well, I'll be watching a game, or people talking about an anime or something like that, and they're like, yo, yeah, I have to put it in Japanese because I can't stand it. It's like, the game was developed around English. Like, Bayonetta was designed around the English language. It was not designed around Japanese. If you import the game, the default language is English. Same thing for, like, the Castlevania show on Netflix, which you should watch. Definitely watch. It's very, 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 very good. People are like, how do I set it for Japanese because the English dub is terrible? It's like, the English dub is the default dub. Is like, you have to go out of your way to try to put the Japanese. It's not made for it. It's an American show. It's like, trust me, as a person who speaks Japanese, you're being elitist. It's like, there's no need for it. There's no difference. You know, it's like, it's not one thing is better than the other. I've actually heard some dubs that are quite good.
What was that?
It's raining ninjas! Not as entertaining as when it was raining men by the Weather Girls, but we'll take it. Everyone dead? Okay, good. Well, see, when you get like 4 kids and stuff like that to be, yeah, but I mean, it's all basically, I've talked to people who don't even listen to English dubs, are like, oh no, this is like entirely terrible. It's like, one, you'd be really surprised. Like, I've heard people tell me that, like, oh, I'm trying to find a Japanese original language version of Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust. I'm like, the movie was in English. It was Japanese subtitled. When they showed it over there, it was in English with Japanese subtitles. It's like, get off your high horse. You don't speak the language. You don't know what sounds good or not. It's just you having a preference. It's the whole subs versus dubs things, but it's gotten way out of hand. I wonder how good Americans would think Japanese dubs are if they actually spoke Japanese. And that's the thing. It's like a lot of them, they're just like American shows. Like, you can have some really good stuff, you can have some really bad stuff. And if you don't know the difference, if you don't speak the language, you're probably going to think everything sounds great. Whereas if you pit like a person who's learned a language or is a native speaker and they're going to hear it and go, this is terrible. You know, it's all about where you are. Oh, no, Jay, no! I will forgive you for that because I know that you are not, you know, you're in a foreign country. To me, of course, like everybody is technically in their own country. But yeah, it's like, it's an American show in English. That's its default language. Okay, so I'm about to fight some alchemists here, and these guys suck. I hate them. Sometimes you just gotta get really lucky on these guys. They do things like this, like, okay, cool, we're just gonna start blocking everything you do. Oh, come on, get off me. Wait, I thought there was only 3. Why is there 4 now? Off me. So these guys suck, I hate them. Ah, finally. Yeah, a lot of dubs
Who were
are
those guys?
really over the top.
They seem different than the others.
But sometimes it's for comedy, but I mean, it's also like, when you watch a lot of dramas, you see how people like overact. It's basically, we perceive it as overacting, but it's basically it's body language familiar to Japanese, like common expressions. They do have kind of everything overdone. But, and that's just how it is. But how does the Diet Coke taste? It tastes better than it did before, because when I started off here, I was playing Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla. So we've upgraded to Razor's Edge, which is like the Coke Zero. It's still not great, it's still Diet Coke. It's a slight upgrade. Some dubs make really weird choices too. Translate rice ball dumpling. What really annoys me is when I am like if there's subtitles up there, and like usually if I can turn off subtitles I will, but there's sometimes you just can't quite get around it, and like the subtitles are not even close to being accurate or what's being said, and that drives me up the wall like nobody's business. It's like come on, guys. It's like I can't even think of like a thing that's like not even like close to it. It's just like it's so weird to see stuff written on the screen, and it's like they're not even what they're talking about. It's like I'm just gonna make up my own conversation right now. It's kind of like if you know anything about, like, there was a show in the early 80s called Voltron, and literally what the people did was they went and they bought the show, they brought it over to America, and they said, you know what, We're going to take these two different shows, Go Lion, and something else is drawing a blank right now. And we don't care about hiring a translator. We don't care about the story. We're going to make up our own story, and that's literally what they did. They did a lot of editing stuff because Go Lion is incredibly violent and depressing. And, like, the first episode's, like, littered with, like, decomposing bodies everywhere and, like, cannibalism. It's, like, holy shit. But, so... It's like, and that's Voltron. They decided to edit out the really, really brutal stuff and then just make up their own story, literally. But I mean, but when you see stuff that's on the screen and it's just really bad, it ticks me off. I'd say probably the best one, if you... I'm not sure what everybody can watch around the world. Here in the States, there's an anime service called Crunchyroll. And you can get a lot of streaming anime for free off there if you don't want to pay the $6 a month for your subscription. And you can see, like, you have, like, commercial breaks where they normally have them on television in Japan, so it's not too bad. There's only about, like, 3 or 4 commercials that show up, you're good. The best translations I've found happening concurrently are usually with Crunchyroll, and the best ones, hand down, was Sailor Moon Crystal. That was one where I could leave the subtitles on, and I didn't want to shoot myself in the face by, like, listening to the Japanese version, translating it, and then reading what's on the screen being completely different. And they are, like, 99% accurate. It was amazing. So, I'm a Sailor Moon fan anyway, so it's like, I was so happy about that. Alright, so let's see. Final Fantasy X was weird. Yes, it was. The voiceover, English voiceover, and German subtitles completely different. My friend told me about that too. He's like, Ken, this is not right at all. It's like, I can't do accents at all. He's like, this is not even close. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is why VPNs are awesome too, because you can get around stuff like that, But yeah, it's like everything now seems to be kind of like IP gated per country, so I don't know who has access to what anymore. Let's go. I guess we'll stick with...
Okay, Hayabusa?
Unless somebody has like a preference for what weapon I should be using, I guess I'll just stick with the Dragon Sword replacement.
I lost your coordinates in the last explosion.
Crunchyroll is great for me because, well, when my drugs fully kick in, I'll be able to walk on my treadmill again. But I don't have my... Oh my god, I just noticed this right now. That jukebox playing is the music for Muramasa's shop. That's awesome. I've never caught that till right now. But Crunchyroll is one of my favorite things I like to watch when I'm walking on my treadmill, so I don't have to have the TV blasting and I'm far away, so I can just read the subtitles on the bottom, and I'm fine with that. So Crunchyroll is my companion when I work out. But yeah, speaking of that, like I started watching, what was it? Sword Art Online. I'm like, why does everyone hate the show? It's like, I hear so many terrible things about it. The first, like, 12 to 14 episodes were pretty good. I'm like, okay, this show's not that bad. And then they hit the second part of it, and it's like, oh, I get it now. I completely understand. It's like, okay, we're gonna have, like, the strong, independent woman character just become a Mary Sue and needs rescuing constantly. And we're gonna have, like, oh, you escaped from this death game, this internet death game that took over your life for 2 years? Why don't you go back in and play this other game that's just like it? Oh no, it's another thing, we're gonna trap people and try to control them. Oops. The main, like, you know, it's crazy stuff like that, and there's, like, literally a rape scene on top of it. It's like, really, Japan? Really? We're gonna go down this route? Okay. Yeah, it's like, the show started off not too bad. I think, like, if they had ended it, well, like, after, like, the 12, 14 episodes, it would have been fine. I think it would have been pretty good. There's a couple different routes they could have gone down to explore, but they just didn't head into that direction. Yeah, Mary Sue it's a phrase known for, like, damsel in distress type situation, where basically, yeah, this girl is kind of overpowered, but then in the end it doesn't matter because she's irrelevant. Yeah, you are correct on that, Jay. Yeah, it's like Asuna becomes a Mary Sue, unfortunately. It's like, it's the damsel in distress. This is unfortunate, because she proves herself the entire show to be this, like, highly capable character, if not even better than the main protagonist, like, skills-wise. And it's just like, oh no, I need rescuing. It's like, what? It's like, you should be taking these guys apart with your bare hands. Oh, Mary Sue's the opposite. Okay, well, then I guess I am wrong on that, but... Okay, yeah, I am crossing the streams and screwing it up then, but yes, apparently I have it backwards. But yeah, she's damsel in distress. I mean, not to be like, Anita Sarkeesian, like, oh my god, like, you know, like, this is a damsel in distress trope, I can't function in reality anymore. It's just like, okay, did you fire the original writers and brought in people who didn't know what you wrote before? What happened? I think I fight the helicopter right around here.
Gotcha.
Now I'm obsessed with it. Oh, can't get it anymore. That's fine.
I reacquired your position and visual feed.
Fuck you!
There we go. Don't worry, I'm a ninja. This is fine. Everything's fine again. Okay, I didn't even see that missile. Okay, I'm not sure where you're aiming, Ryu. That was a thing that happened. And apparently got scared off of my awesome Rambo-like skills. He's like, oh no, I've seen Rambo 3. I know how this ends. Hey guys. Oh, I'm his. He noticed me. Senpai noticed me. It's like, I need you to target this guy without the arm to kill him, please. Thank you. Okay, that didn't work. There we go. I didn't like land a powered up attack on him. No!
Hayabusa!
Well, who knew? Rambo knew. That's who tech. Unless detect an arrow in your eyes, conduct. Yeah, it's not really that good. But at the same time, the movie Avatar, James Cameron, proved that bows and arrows, unless they're like 4-foot-long javelins fired by the Na'vi, don't really do anything. Except when it's like crucial for the plot, I guess. Then suddenly they're very effective and can murder people inside cockpits, but Rambo fully understood the duality and the lethalness of the bow and arrow to a helicopter's face. I mean, he did it in Vietnam. He won the Vietnam War for America, and then in Rambo 3, he took down 3 Hind helicopters, about 5-10 tanks, and about 1,000 ground troops. So yeah, anybody can do it, it's Rambo. Which is great, because Rambo 3 came out right as the Cold War ended, right as the Soviet Union collapsed. They're like, well crap, now what do we do? So I actually had to decide, do we release the movie still, or... Why better hear sleigh bells. It's Murder Claus is coming to town. All right.
That's the monorail station ahead. The
Yes.
intel we have says the dome is still being powered by its solar generator.
Murder Claus, you don't mess
Even
with.
though it's been abandoned for 2 years.
Nope. Didn't really try seriously. So there's gonna be a man on fire here who's gonna try to jump out and get me. I think there's a scarab over here. No.
I'm taking you with me.
Really, that's your last thought of your man on fire? You know, I'm in god-awful pain, but I'm gonna see if I can hug this ninja. Actually don't know how to get to this challenge thing up here. Okay, camera, I need to stop freaking out, please. So I'm thinking maybe, like... Nope. Yeah, so I actually don't know how to get up to that, so that'd be interesting. Yes, while having the time to yell, you know, I'm taking you with me. While you do all that. Having been really badly burned before, 3rd-degree burn, you don't have time to do that. You're usually screaming in horrible, god-awful pain, because it's very painful. You don't have time to think like, okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm on fire right now. I'm gonna wait for him to walk around the corner and hug him and say some really cool thing. No. You're busy being in the worst pain of your life. Oh, yes. Okay, I'd like to stop and do this, please. All I have to do is just keep hitting like the target arrow like button again, and just keep doing this over and over. It automatically targets. Real exciting. Yeah, probably. Figured that I'm the best bet for it. I always love it when you see like these helicopters in movies. They're always flying low through buildings. Why? It's like you can fly from like thousands of feet up and take these people out. Oh no, hot take was a good turn. That was like brilliant on the pun scale, but I was a little busy. That joke was burning you up, wasn't it?
The source of the signal is above you. You should be able to take the elevator to the top floor. If it's still working anyway.
Nothing over here. Boy, there he be again. All cockney like, eh? The ninja like.
Excited? Providing backup. Don't let her go.
Now, sadly, there's like no flames that came out of that. Like, Ninja Gaiden 2 would have flames shooting out outside of the bone, like where your lunar staff when you did it, which is really cool, and you expect that to happen for this, but nope. Not so much. So now I'm getting the grip of murder consumes Hayabusa, the hunger for the curse will take his life. So now what I have to do is more bone, sword on bone technique, whatever they call it, in order to stop my life bar, which is constantly draining down. I have to keep doing like one-hit kills on everybody. I don't know why I decided to do that here. It's a mechanic decided to put into the game to make it quote-unquote interesting, perhaps, but steel on bone. There we go. Thank you. I keep thinking like sword. I know it begins with an S, but it's not correct. But yes, thank you for correcting me on that. You are correct. Yes, orthopedic surgery is fun. It's even more fun when you're not doing it to yourself. Alright, need to switch to the sword. Just make things easier. I think the next up is an Ayane mission, I hope. She's a lot of fun to play. I'll play with her and then I'll like call it a night after that. Bloody Rage, not to be confused with Bloody Roar, which unfortunately is a dead franchise. Okay, just... There we go. Okay, everybody in this group closer, huh? Oh no, I still have to do the whole Apache thing. Never mind, I'm not done yet. Oh god. This level takes forever to get through. Yes, so if you suddenly find yourself that your arm looks like it's a red rave, you know, like flares going off it, it's not a heart attack, you know, you just be prepared to start violently killing people in order to save your life. Either that, or you're on some really good psychedelics, you're probably in a Wendy's parking lot, you might be dragging around a naked mannequin around. I can't verify these things for sure, but either way, be prepared.
I'm heading up.
$194th floor. Okay, keep in mind, I've been to, it's not called it anymore, but Sears Tower in Chicago. 105th floor. Ridiculously high up. 194, you would probably need oxygen at that point. It's like, no building goes up that high. Okay, that's the game. That's not this. That's not supposed to sound like that.
If you fall from this height.
Well, thank you for telling me. I mean, if I hadn't known, I mean, that guy was like the best person ever to let me know about that. Very, very conscious of me. Who needs elevators? Now, I do know some ninjutsu, but apparently I missed that day in class. The whole Izuna drop thing, getting your sword absorbed into your arms to get sucked into the murderous rage world, and ninja climbing. So, maybe if I paid more attention? By the way, real ninjutsu is actually closer to judo. And it's just more focused on breaking bones and stuff. It's kind of interesting.
Quitting operation.
Actually, it's like 15,000 feet is as high as up you can go without needing oxygen. But, I mean, it also starts getting pretty cold after that. 15 is pretty much pushing the limit for what you want to do. After that, you're pretty much going to need oxygen. You don't want to go much higher than that, because people skydive from 10,000 feet all the time. But also keep in mind, like, it gets stupidly cold the higher up you go. Which is why I loved it. What was it, the Avengers movie? Where, like, the whole town is, like, being lifted into the sky because the bad guy Ultron wants to drop it into the Earth like a meteor and kill everybody, which you would still need to go much higher than that and much more velocity to do that anyway. But that's just my nerd part of my brain kicking in. But like they are like probably around 60,000 feet in the air because you see the clouds way down below, and they're like, wow, it's amazing. It's like, you realize that the temperature would be like 40 below zero at that point, and none of you are wearing coats. Yeah. See, FAA legal requirements for oxygen aren't applicable until you fly above 12,500 feet. Okay, because I was thinking 15,000, but 12,500 is not bad. Some cases you may want to start inhaling supplemental as low as 5,000. Good old Google. Yeah, all you gotta do is take out the supports and you're good to go. Okay, I have this on the screen now. I don't know how to get rid of it. What? This is not cool. Close. Okay, there we go. I'm like, I don't need to see that on the screen. No. Oh god, this boss fight. This boss fight is super annoying. I've seen some really good players die on this boss fight repeatedly. It's not uncommon.
You still live, Ryu Hayabusa.
This is the guy who made me absorb my sword to my arm, by the way.
Standards, anyway. Unfortunately for you, we're all done here.
Alright, Nimix, thanks for hanging out. I will see you next time. Have a good evening.
Here and now.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Magnificent, isn't it? A skyscraper abandoned in the middle of construction. Like the Tower of Babel, built so high they incurred the wrath of God.
They reached a whole 10 stories. It was impressive.
I'm
Tired of your nonsense.
You.
But I'm the villain. I have to keep monologuing.
After all, doesn't the art of your country teach you to appreciate austerity and the elegance of decay? And speaking of decay, how's your arm? It's an old Slavic curse, you know. The grip of murder.
Combines the F and the C words together with the Z word. A word so terrible nobody knows what it is.
All material things pulse to their own frequency. The words of the curse resonated with the blade of your dragon sword, broke down its structure, then melted into your arm, together with all the malice and hate it encapsulated. It was a simple spell to weave.
Malice and hate.
Think. Think! How many lives has that hand taken? Hundreds? Thousands? The blood of those you have cut down infused your sword, together with their vengeful hatred. Now, it's in your arm. Perhaps you can hear their sorrowful wails? Well, soon those cries will begin to rot your arm from the inside.
Of course, you could just cut off your arm and solve the problem right there, and you won't have to worry about it spreading, but no.
Death will follow shortly. The only real question
We can't do
is
that.
who will die first?
That makes sense.
Or the world? Damn you! Want to know who I am? I'm the same as you, Ryu Hayabusa. We're cut from the same cloth. Look at your right hand. That is the symbol of all the lives you have taken, all the people you have killed. Make no mistake, you are an assassin of the darkness. Enough!
That's what's been missing from the Ninja Gaiden games. Long expositions.
In the ruins of paradise, where the corpses of dreams lie rotting, what could be more fitting?
Full of monologuing enemies.
Yes, of course I'm an illusion, as is all existence. Nothing more
Are
than a
we
collection of
are we
data
really
points
real?
resonating in infinite expansion.
Was it Jaden Smith?
But enough.
Like, how do we know our eyes were like mirrors? Something about mirrors and eyes and not knowing what's real. It's like, wow, that kid does too much weed.
Death, your duty.
How do we know if mirrors are real if we can't trust our eyes or something stupid? This boss fight is a pain in the butt.
The cockpit's too heavily armored.
So what do we do? We're gonna jump at this thing. Somehow not get hit by the blades. Okay, I really need to be on sword.
Don't come any closer!
Yeah. I said Ryu, later on in the game, once again, the blades don't hit me. Later on in the game, like about I don't know, the next mission after this, I think. Because I think after this is Ayane, who I really, really want to get to. And then after that, you jump out of like a plane into the jungle from like about 20,000 feet up, almost Halo jump-ish. And you just land on the ground with no parachute, nothing. It doesn't affect you. It's like, how? Whee, I'm a bird, I'm a ninja. Why does the helicopter have a wing gunner, too?
Just don't stop.
This fight wasn't annoying enough. Add in these guys. Holy crap. Now, see, that's the thing. It hits you like one hit. Just about kills you. You have to dodge precisely underneath it. Because this worked so well before, we keep doing it again and again.
Hang on just a little more, just until the altitude goes down.
It doesn't matter. I said literally, I jump out even higher than this. All you have to do here is just hold LR and R1. That's it. And then jump. Jump through the blades, it doesn't matter. I am a ninja. Where's your Jeep? You drove here.
Hayabusa! Are you okay?
Do I look okay?
Hayabusa?
Oh, there's also, she has a daughter who keeps asking, like, will you be my
Tell me
daddy?
something.
It's like, what?
Are you using me to field test all your prototypes?
No. It's just that
Skipping
I thought,
story, don't care.
Well, there's this...
Not coming back to it anyway. Yay! So I think I play as Ayane now, fingers crossed. She's a lot of fun. Yeah, is it powered by a fusion reactor, didn't sustain reaction, and it's now a dirty bomb situation, so we need decontamination crews there immediately. So I killed 230 people in that one mission, 395 total so far. So now I get to play as Ayane. Yay! But unfortunately it ends with an alchemist fight, which is not cool. This is also another magical ninja power, too. I mean, she can get dressed in, like, 2 seconds, even less than that. Was all the fan service? Why not? It's Ayane. She's from Dead or Alive, you gotta put it in there. And she's got jiggle physics, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these are added missions. These were not in the original vanilla version of the game. Oh no, I'm gonna get Twitch banned. Or not. Drops his gun and pulls out a knife. Okay.
Sorry to ruin
All right, screw that up right at the bat. Perfect.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene. The government declared their opposition to the regent of the mountains.
To a point, but I mean, if you got like 10 feet
They
between you and the
acted way
enemy,
faster
just pull the
than we
trigger.
thought they would.
If you're pulling out to do a knife, you're being an
Good, we got
idiot.
them before they could.
If somebody's got a draw on you, first off, it's like there's nothing you can do really to beat it. You're gonna probably lose in that situation. But it's like, yeah, if you got a gun drawn on somebody already, just shoot. Alright. Look what's over here. Because I only have 11,000 right now for my karma. So we're going to try to do the glitch again. So watch your ears once again. Be careful. If you're wearing headphones, you might want to take them off. Or get ready to take them off. But as soon as I can, like if I trigger the glitch, I will kill the sound for this. So see if I can do it. And not screw it up and then have to do that fight all over again. Ah, no. Alright, this is the one. Okay, so hopefully I can do this faster than I did last time, and then, well, I said the very first time, you know, with Ryu, I got it, nailed it by accident, and then hit off it. And it took like 10 minutes to do that second time, so hopefully it doesn't take this long again to do it. Fingers crossed. No guarantees, as usual.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane. I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
Okay, camera. Where were you on that one?
Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
One at a time, please. It's like Jean-Claude Van Damme had a show on, I think it's Amazon Prime. Jean-Claude Van Johnson, he's actually like a secret hitman, but one of the things that cracked me up in the very first episode is like he gets surrounded by a bunch of bad guys. And like, everyone's about to rush him, and one guy's like, wait. Don't everybody attack at once. Do it one at a time, or it's going to be very confusing. We might hit each other. And everyone's like, a good idea. Which explains why in every single action movie, they always attack one at a time. It just cracked me up. I thought that was so great. Whoa, slow down there, Ayane. Oh. So this one's like one of the worst ones because you just gotta keep doing that stupid fight every time. So I made the video showing how to explain how to do this on I'm using the Wii U. It was like the 4th attempt I was recording on. So probably about 10 minutes.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Irene. I'm not doing this for free, Irene. The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mass. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Gotta hit it. Ah, come on. Yeah, how was Original Stream? He kept doing the same stupid fight over and over and over again like he did earlier. And followed by going into the microphone. How was the rest of the stream? I don't know. I blocked out. Something about poop sock weapons and dragging mannequins through Wendy's parking lots when high. I don't know. So while I go through this nonsense again for a fourth time, I think now, I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I plan on hopefully be streaming Bayonetta 2 tomorrow, speedrun of sorts.
I'm not doing this for free.
I want to kind of keep it under wraps to see like which one I'm going to be doing. But I have not done a speedrun of Bayonetta 2 in quite some time because unfortunately with my back problem I have, I'm not able to usually run it.
Good, we got him before they could.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. So that's what my plan is to stream tomorrow. At 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I usually stream anyway. Okay, how did that get on? What? See, I'd make this into a drinking game, but I'm pretty sure that I'd be held liable for like all your deaths or liver failure, so that might not be a good idea. Like every time he screws up the infinite karma glitch, take a shot. Oh, he killed 6 people. That's impressive. Sweet alcohol-induced liver failure. From one stream and one night, no less. That's like a new record.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you around. I'm not doing this for free, Irene. The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mass. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Commencing operation.
Yep, independently moving breasts. Breasts don't move like that. It's Team Ninja. Hey, it's Metavan AJ hosting. Sweet! He was doing, I think, a Kingdom Hearts 3 run earlier. Hey, you're just in time for me to attempt to do the infinite karma glitch for like the 5th or 6th attempt. So if you have headphones on, be careful. Because if I trigger it, you're gonna know. But yeah, you'll see. Yeah, cocaine and Ninja Gaiden. I mean the Coke, like the soda. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Oh, come on. Oh my god. Why is this not working anymore? So everyone's seen me do this multiple times. I turned this, like I said, turn this into a drinking game every time I screwed up, take a shot, but I said so much livers would need to be put on the liver replacement lists. Those are big enough as they are already. Alright, Mr. Hello, Tech. Alright, so thanks for hanging by. It's all cool. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Also for the follow as well. Very cool. So, like I said, I'll be back streaming again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just plug it into Google. It'll tell you wherever you are in the world. I should skip this cutscene. You should have seen earlier, I was playing Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla, and that version was just... People were impressed by how terrible it was.
Sorry to ruin
And
your
rightly
vacation,
so.
but we need you, Ayane. I'm not doing this for free, Irene. The government declared their opposition.
So
to the
Razor's
region
Edge
of
is
the
a lot
mask.
better, but it's like, it's still
They acted way faster
not that
than we
great.
thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
It's like, even in Vanilla, there wasn't even ultimate techniques. I mean, it's like, this didn't exist at all. That game was just so terrible. Please let me pull this off. Son of a bitch. There was no ultimate technique in Ninja Gaiden 3 Vanilla, that's the thing. Yeah, Nimpo was just a big giant fire dragon that you had to use to get past certain parts, so it would just keep infinitely spawning bad guys. And then at one point, you have to cast Nimpo, and it doesn't kill anybody on the screen, but all the bad guys stop in fear, drop their weapons, and surrender to you. They're like, oh, a giant fire dragon. I can't handle this. It's like, what? Yeah, that got axed. Now there's people begging for their lives, no more people trying to surrender to you because of your Nimpo dragon that got taken out. Now you have the fireballs from 1-2 as well, so, I mean, this is a much better version, but Vanilla was just god-awful.
Sorry to ruin your
Come
vacation,
on.
but we need you, Ayane. I'm not doing this for free, Irene. The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Yeah, there's like a finisher you can do every once in a while, but it's like, it's really weird. But I mean, like, you just can't sit there and charge one up. Game, where are you going? Here we go. This is attempt 8, I think, right now? Yeah, she's a lot more fun to play as in this game. Son of a bitch! I can't... This is really pissing me off. It's like, I need to get it. Or just hide the info. Yay! You catching that all so far? Like I said, this whole information screen is also something else they added into Razor's Edge, because before you were just watching this loading screen, it didn't tell you what's going on in the story, why you're going these places. Nothing. Which the story is not admittedly great on this anyway. So I think this is attempt 9 I'm on right now, so this is like 20 minutes I've been doing this nonsense. I just want to get past this level with all the cool stuff, please.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Well, last time I did it, like I was trying to show it off earlier with Ryu. I actually nailed it the first time, but I accidentally jammed on start too fast, so I turned it off. So I had to redo it again. And that took like about 10 minutes to do, retries. That was on the last level. But now I'm playing as Ayane, because you have to do it because it doesn't carry over. This was like attempt 9, so I've been doing this for about 15-20 minutes. It's like, I just want to get the damn points and move on. And unfortunately, there's no reliable way to set this up. And Ayane, like, truly is awful before you get some serious upgrades on her. It's not just like the whole thing, like, oh, I just want to get different things. It's like, just want to get it going. It's like, I'm trying to, like, not accelerate, but it's pretty hard to do with this crappy controller I'm using, this third-party one, which has humongous dead zones. So I'm trying to keep it constant, but it's still trying to hit at the same frame you're still doing it. Because it's a 1/60th of a frame trick. You know, 1/60th of a second trick you have to do. Of hitting it and then hitting start at the exact same time as your foot touches it. But unfortunately, so the controller I have is very hard. You gotta push the stick actually pretty far to get your character to move.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
That was fast. Really?
The government
God,
declared
that
their
guy's
opposition to
giving
the
me no
Regent of the
warm-up time.
Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Alright, Meta. See you later, dude. Calm down, game. Like I said, it's like very hard to figure where you need to go. Like I said, I'm trying to get this lined up now. The controller's really screwing. So things I would like to buy if I had money, and I do not.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Come on, get the hell off me. Don't target the guy with the missile launcher. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Fucking kidding me. Good God. Alright, last attempt. If this doesn't work, then I say fuck it and we're ending the stream. It's like, enough of this nonsense. It's late anyway. So Ayane is fun to play as soon as you can upgrade her. It's just like, she doesn't have any counter moves, and her level 1 stuff really sucks. You usually don't get to upgrade it until like later on. You get to play her again as a second time. That's when she really opens up and becomes a lot of fun. It's like, I just want to get that stuff now.
Sorry to ruin your vacation, but we need you, Ayane.
I'm not doing this for free, Irene.
The government declared their opposition to the Regent of the Mask. They acted way faster than we thought they would. It's good we got him before they could.
Alright, last attempt. Will it work? Nope. Oh well. Well, shit. Not gonna do about that, but do this! Quit the game. Yeah, I've had enough fun, quote-unquote fun with this game, and I'm not coming back to it. It was basically kind of brought up originally because it came up in the Bayonetta 2 Discord. But with that, we'll try to see if we can get this to work right, if it feels like doing it. It does, sweet. Well, thanks for watching here, reached the end of the stream. Sorry for torturing you guys with like literally about 15-20 attempts and wasting your time for 30 minutes of that. I apologize because it fucking blows. So that will not be happening again, and usually I don't swear like this either, but I'm just pissed that I can't get that trick working and it's screwing up my PS3. But regardless, if you feel like hanging out again, I would be cool. I'm going to be back doing the stream again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you do not know when that is, just type it into Google, and it will tell you for wherever it is that you are in the world. I also post up on Twitter at Wurzel555. You don't have to follow me or anything there, but you can bookmark it, like I said, if you feel like it. Because I do post up usually a couple hours in advance when I'm going to be streaming, or if there's any type of technical problems, or if I have to cancel due to the back problems and I have and pain and so forth. I also put it up there too, so you can be kept in the loop. I will be back, like I said, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Going to be streaming a Bayonetta 2 speedrun, something I've not done in a while. And I will say it's not going to be the best speedrun because I haven't been able to practice. So I'm going to be super rusty, but if you want to tune in and hang out, that's perfectly fine too. So let's see if we have anybody else that is streaming right now that could use a good little bump. Let's see. Radon, he's fine. I know. Oh, it looks like a Cynthia Rock movie is. I'm going to host over to our good buddies at Rift Tracks. So thank you so much for hanging out. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. Definitely want to thank XR Tech and Mangmo for the follows. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Later.